morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 9th. It is currently 8:50 in the morning, and I decided to do something a little different this video, and I'm just going to take you guys through a day in the life of a technical program manager working from home. I normally don't start this late. Naturally, I kind of wake up around 7 in the morning, but today if you can't tell, it's kind of gloomy out, so I lost track of time. I don't typically set an alarm clock for myself. I just kind of naturally wake up around 7, but it does get hard in the winter when it's kind of gloomy out and the sun isn't really shining. So I started a little late today, but luckily my job allows me to be very flexible with when I can start work. I can basically start whenever I want, within reason. I can't be starting at like noon, but actually my company works on Pacific Standard Time, so I probably could start at noon and get away with it. But anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast that you saw me make earlier. I just have a scallion pancake here with 2 eggs and some sriracha. It's a pretty typical breakfast for me. So I'm just gonna do that and then catch up on some things that I missed while I was offline yesterday, since again we are on Pacific Standard Time and I'm in Central Time. I'm just gonna see if there's any messages that I missed while I was offline. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. So I'm back in my kitchen now. I just finished breakfast and decided that for my morning drink of choice, I'm going to make a cappuccino. I kind of switch between making cappuccino using my Keurig and this new device that my mom actually brought home from Costa Rica, which makes drip coffee. So I had drip coffee the other day, so I think today I'm going to make a cappuccino. So I have this Cafe Barista machine by Mr. Coffee. It's probably one of the better expenses that I have bought in the past. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a cappuccino. I'm just gonna wash some of this stuff off, make it all nice and clean, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Back at my desk, continuing to write out tickets for my team. A typical day will look like organizing tickets, writing new tickets, checking our app for regressions, and again writing more tickets. I also do attend meetings, but however today is not a very meeting heavy day. I just have my dev meeting at noon, so until then I'm just going to continue to work on tickets and checking apps for bugs. I oftentimes will also listen to YouTube videos while I work. I like to listen to music. Right now I'm listening to a chill lo-fi forest track. I will link it in the description below in case you're interested in checking it out. And yeah, I will just continue checking Slack, checking in with clients, and making sure everyone is happy until my dev meeting at noon. I decided to take my meeting in another room today, so I'm in my dev meeting currently, and this meeting is just for me and my team to make sure that everyone is on task, and if they need any help, how we can better support them. It's also a chance for our boss to weigh in on heavy topics with coding and how to do infrastructure, so it's a pretty important meeting that happens once every day. So I actually finished my meeting a little while ago. It's about 1:40 in the afternoon right now. We finished up about 1 o'clock, so this meeting ran a little bit longer than it usually does. Usually our daily stand-up meetings are 25-30 minutes, but it ran a little overtime, so yeah, I guess it's lunchtime now, so I'm probably gonna go fix myself something to eat. It'll probably be something kind of on the lighter side. I'm not super hungry right now. But yeah, we'll go do that and then take my dogs outside, let the puppy go pee, and then get right back to work. So I know I said I was going to have kind of a light lunch, but then I remembered that I had some hot and sour soup left over in the fridge, as well as a HelloFresh meal that I had made the night before, so I decided just to go ahead and heat that up for my lunch today. Again, I wasn't super hungry, but it needed to be eaten, so here we are. My tasks vary week by week. It really depends on what the team needs at the moment, and my tasks change daily, sometimes even in the middle of the day. Right now, what I'm doing is mostly admin work, where I am just creating tickets, making sure all of our repos are up to date. I did do a little bit of coding, which you'll see here in a minute, where I'm actually looking at 2 different codes and discovering where the differences are so I can help guide the devs in being able to make those changes appropriately. There are some days where I actually do write a little bit of code myself, but it's very minute compared to what an actual software developer usually does. Overall, I can't complain about my job. It's pretty nice. I get to be challenged every day, but still have fun at the same time, and I feel like I have a great work-balance life, so can't complain about that. So it is now 5:30 and I just clocked out for the day. If something comes up, I will get back on the computer to address it, but typically when I clock out for the day, I usually don't get bothered. So one nice thing about my job is I can clock in when I want and I can clock out when I want. I have a pretty good work-balance life, I think, so bonus for me. I do have some things to do tonight before I go to bed. I do want to try and get a little bit of movement in today, so I might go downstairs and walk on the treadmill and listen to some audiobooks for a little bit. I need to make dinner, I need to do my laundry, and I'm thinking about going to the grocery store because there's a couple things that I need before Sunday, which is our typical grocery shopping day, but I may or may not get to that, so we will see. I said, I've been going through a huge salad phase at the moment. Right now, I'm eating the delicious salad from Trader Joe's. It was just okay. I probably wouldn't buy it again. It wasn't really to my liking. I also got their elote salad, which is really good, you guys. If you ever see it, I'd highly recommend it. I'm actually eating a lighter dinner instead of a lighter lunch because at this point I was pretty full from eating what I had earlier in the day. So I just thought I'd have a light salad and some fruit. The sumo citrus are amazing. If you guys have a chance to try it, again, I highly recommend it. Super good. It's a hybrid between an orange and something else, but I can't really remember at this point. But they're super easy to peel, very sweet. No seeds, which is really nice. But yeah, so this is just my dinner for now. Quick dinner, and then I'm going to probably go and walk on the treadmill a little bit, even though at this point I am so freaking tired. But I have to wait for my laundry to finish, so I might as well be productive in the meantime and go get some exercise. Just ending the night with some light editing. I typically edit at night since I work full-time during the day. I do find it kind of relaxing just to get into a creative space and let my creativity flow. There are times where it is stressful because work is not easy all the time, so by the time I get to the end of the day, the last thing I want to do is pull out my iPad and edit. And yes, I do edit on an iPad. I understand I can edit on my computer, but I prefer the portability of my iPad and being able to use the pencil for more fine granular control over my editing. So that's why I choose to use my iPad. I see the pros and cons of it. I do have less storage on my iPad, which is why I have an external hard drive hooked up to it, but it works for my purposes. I may switch to using my computer at some point, but for now we're just going to use my we're just going to use my iPad. It is now past 11 p.m. and it's time for me to go ahead and get some Z's. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the more relaxed type of content, go ahead and leave the number 1 in the comment section below. If you prefer more structured content like my previous content, go ahead and leave the number 2, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!